Okay, so for my number 10 point guards of all time, I had to go with Gary Payton, the glove, one of the best defenders of all time, and he's a point guard. So he does whatever a point guard needs to be doing and added defense to it. He's a great scorer, great passer, and of course he's amazing stealing the ball. Gary Payton's career stats, we're going to start off with the assists. For the assists, we have 6.7 assists, which is great. Rebounds, 4 rebounds a game. That's pretty good for a point guard. And for points, we have 16 points per game. Also, last up we have his steals, which he's most known for, 2 steals a game.
All right, guys. So for this pick, we did Walt Frazier because before you get mad at this pick, he's an underrated shooter and scorer and all. But his stats, let's get into that. Stats, 6.1 assists per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 19 points per game. For a point guard, 6.1 assists is amazing. And being able to put up 19 points with those assists, that's crazy. That's why we put him here.
At number 8, we have another old player, but he was amazing. Bob Cousy. He has a couple rings. He might have an MVP. I know he has a finals MVP. But he has amazing stats, and he was got to be one of the first people. He had some great handles, some great passes, and he was just an ideal point guard to have on your team. Okay, so when I made this list, I originally had Bob Cousy at number 9, but once I saw his stats and his just all of his highlights, I had to switch him to number 8. And with that being said, let's go to the stats. Bob Cousy, for assists, he's known for that a little bit. 7.5 assists, which is crazy. 5.2 rebounds, which is amazing for him, like his height and he's a point guard. Points, 18 points per game, which is awesome. And that's all for his stats.
Jason Kidd. He's a great passer, great ball handler, and great team player. 9 assists. That's crazy. 6.3 rebounds. For a point guard, 6 rebounds a game is crazy. He has some skill in that. 12.6 points, but scoring was not his best talent. He was more focused on his team and just the way everyone played or all around.
Here we are at number 6. I have Steve Nash. He is one of the most flashing names. When you think of a point guard, he has an MVP, which automatically boosts him a ton. Also, he's an amazing passer, an amazing dribbler, and an amazing playmaker. Everything you need for a perfect point guard. Okay, we have Steve Nash's stats here. For points, he has pretty decent points here, but we've got 14 points. He averaged in his whole career. For rebounds, we have 3. For steals, we have 1. But here's where it gets crazy. His assists are 8.5, which is pretty amazing.
So Isaiah Thomas, he was a winner. He had a couple rings and probably an MVP or 2. A good shooter, a good passer, 9 assists. Oh, let's get into his stats really fast. 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and a whopping 19 points per game.
For number 4, we went with Stephen Curry, and he is probably the best three-point shooter, maybe the best shooter of all time. And he is a really good point guard. He's great passing, great handles, and he's a great scorer. Okay, Stephen Curry's stats. We're going to start off with assists. Assists, he had 6.5 assists, which is amazing for someone like him and a great scorer, but he's also a point guard, so he needs that. 6.5 assists, which is awesome. Rebounds, 5, which is pretty good as well as a point guard. Points, this is where it's get crazy. 24 points, which is the best points of the video, I think.
Trying to walk down the Clippers here in the first half on a 12-4 run. Curry inline, shakes Paul out of his boots and hits a fallaway jump shot.
Takes it out under the basket and suddenly goes 2 times behind his back. 1, 2. Paul goes down. Curry knocks down the jump shot. This guy is something special.
McGee's got his own miss. Tried to spin, stripped of the ball by Curry. Here comes a great pass to Durant, who tomahawks him.
John Stockton. He is everything you need from a point guard and more. He has the all-time record in assists and steals. 2 records. That's crazy. He is also a decent scorer and an amazing defender. 10.5 assists, 3 rebounds, and 13 points. Don't forget 2.2 steals a game. We win.
For number 2, best point guards of all time, I had to go with Big O, Oscar Robertson. He probably has an MVP, probably a Finals MVP, and I know he has a ring. He's one of the best Bucks players and one of the best point guards, and maybe even one of the best players in general. We're here with Oscar Robertson's stats. We're going to start off with the rebounds. Rebounds, he has 8 rebounds, which is insane for a point guard. For assists, he has 10 assists, which is exactly what you need from a point guard. And points, this is crazy. He got 26 points throughout his whole career.
Magic Johnson. He's a winner and made everyone he played with at their full potential. And he also was an all-around point guard. 11.2 assists, 7.2 rebounds. Amazing for a point guard. 20 points. Truly all-around point guard.